Drifting through 5,000 years, the origins of Chinese civilization. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath. Now, picture this. You're standing beside a quiet river, the Yellow River. The water moves slowly, almost lazily, under a pale dawn sky. There are no buildings here, no roads, no sounds of machines or voices, just wind in the grass and the soft crunch of earth beneath your feet. But even in this silence, something is beginning. A fire, newly tamed. A village, still no more than huts and ash. A seed pressed into soil, by hands much like yours. Before there were empires, before there were dynasties, there was this. A beginning, quiet, fragile, but unstoppable. Tonight, we're not rushing through facts and timelines. We're not here for loud dates or heavy theories. Instead, we're going to wander, softly, through the first whispers of a civilization that would one day shape a quarter of the world. You may have heard that China is over 5,000 years old, but what does that really mean? How did it begin? Who were the people that lit the first fires, shaped the first tools, carved the first beliefs into stone and soil? Long before emperors wore crowns, before warriors rode horses, before characters were written on bamboo slips, there were rivers, mud homes, painted pots, and dreams. In this video, we'll take a quiet journey back to that beginning, not to memorize it, but to feel it, to imagine what it meant to wake up in a world just beginning to imagine itself. Let's begin with a pot, not made of metal or porcelain, but of earth, painted with simple patterns, swirls and waves, perhaps drawn by a hand that had just learned how to hold a brush. This was the Yangshao culture, over 6,000 years ago, nestled along the Yellow River. They didn't build palaces, but they knew how to farm, how to fish, how to shape the soil into shelter, and the clay into memory. Further south, another group emerged, the Lingzhou culture. They didn't leave behind grand cities, but they carved jade, exquisite, heavy with meaning, circles, squares, masks. Not just art, but symbols of power, belief, and spirit. They believed in something larger, perhaps heaven, perhaps order, and through their jade, they tried to speak to it. Now imagine a village, quiet, wooden homes with thatched roofs, fields stretching beyond the mist, a gathering of families. They don't call themselves Chinese yet, but they share stories. They bury their dead with care. They draw symbols in the dirt. And slowly, across centuries, those symbols become writing. Those families become clans. And one day, those clans become a kingdom. That's how we arrive at the Xia dynasty. So, if you're still here, still listening, maybe you're already drifting somewhere between thought and dream. The origin of Chinese civilization wasn't loud, it wasn't sudden, it was quiet, like a seed opening underground or the first ripple across still water. And maybe that's how all meaningful things begin, not in noise, but in stillness. So tonight, as you fall asleep, know that you're part of a story that began with soft hands, open skies, and ancient rivers. If you'd like to keep exploring these gentle journeys through time, please consider subscribing. And if a particular part of this story spoke to you, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what echoes in your mind, even in the quiet. Until next time, sleep well, and let history hold you like a lullaby.